Fuck a beat, I was tryna beat a case, but I ain't beat that case, bitch, I did the race. Beat it up, where I nut, shorty face. Eli blast, cracking foes like a vase. Pop a nigga, then I go out my way. Do the dash, then I go out the way. Rob a nigga shoes, rob a nigga lace. We tryna see 100 bins in our face.
What's up, everybody? My name is Charisma Walker and welcome back to my channel. This video is so freaking long overdue and I've been wanting to make another story time video for a very long time about this issue that I am going through. Y'all gonna agree with me, okay? Y'all gonna agree with everything that I freaking say. So let's get into the video. For the people who are new to my channel, I want you guys to really understand my mindset and how I work as a female and how I work as a person, a woman, a young woman. I am 21 years old and I want you guys to know that I am a very, very ambitious girl. I am very independent. I work hard. I do everything I need to do for myself. I model, I style, I design, draw, I do artwork, I do graphic design. I do anything that I could possibly do in my lifetime. I am the type of female who appreciates other people for what they do. So I'm not a hater. I would never hate on somebody who is doing what they need to do in life to make themselves better. I am never a jealous girl. I don't get jealous of other girls for their looks, for their talents, because of the amount of money they have. I do not do that. That's not the type of person I am. I would never stoop that low to act as if I'm a different person. I am 100% Charisma Walker and I would never be anybody else but myself. So I just have to get that out the way first, because a lot of girls, they think they know me just because I look a certain way or I dress a certain way or I talk a certain way, and they think they know me automatically, but they really don't. A lot of girls are very judgmental in today's decade. They're very jealous, they are very, very hateful, and they want what you have, and I could be like the lowest of the low and they will still want what I have. So I just have to get that out the way so that you guys can understand what type of person I am, because don't think that I am anything else but what I just told you. So let's get into what the main topic is of this video. So basically, I just want to tell you guys a story time about something that just recently happened to me this year, okay? So I've been dealing with things like this for a very, very long time. And it's getting to the point where I'm annoyed, I'm mad, I'm angry, and I'm not even the type of person that gets mad. I get irritated, but I don't get mad. So if you make me mad, you're on my bad side, and you don't want to see my bad side, okay? So for this video, I'm keeping my chill, I'm keeping my cool, I'm not finna go crazy or anything, but just know that I don't get mad. But this is coming to the point where I'm getting upset, I'm getting 100% mad, pissed off, because this is just too much for me, okay? This is just getting out of hand, and I respect myself too much, too freaking much, too goddamn much to keep letting shit like this happen. So let's get into the video. Sorry. 3 minutes in, y'all. 3 minutes in. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little bit of a backstory of how I met this guy. And at the time, I was in a relationship with somebody from my past who I really loved a lot, and he was in the same situation as me. He was with someone that he loved a lot, and me and my boyfriend at the time, we were going through some heavy stuff. We were just arguing every day because of long distance, and we were just going through a lot, and he was kind of having different issues with his girlfriend. He told me that the issue with his girlfriend is that she only thinks about herself. She's very selfish minded, and that she focuses mainly about herself and her friends and never gives attention to him. And if she does give attention to him, she kind of brushes him away, and he didn't like that. So the way we ended up bonding was because I made a post on Instagram, and I guess I needed advice from a guy on what I should do, because at the time I just didn't know, in my mind, I didn't know how guys work, so I wanted to talk to a guy. And that's when he messaged me, and we kind of bonded over the same situations we were going through, because my boyfriend at the time was thinking about himself and their relationship. The girl was thinking about herself, and the funny part is that his girlfriend and my boyfriend at the time, they knew each other, so they were friends. I never liked her because people told me that she talked about me. I didn't know this girl, okay? Let me just say that. I never knew her. She just knew me because I knew her friend, which was my boyfriend, if you get what I mean. So she never liked me, and I guess she kind of liked my boyfriend, and because of that, she talked about me behind my back, and I'm just now finding out about this. I just found out about it like a year ago. So, you know, I let it go. I didn't really care. It was years ago. Like, I don't care what you think about me. I never cared what people thought about me, so I wasn't gonna make a big deal out of it. But just from her talking about me behind my back without even knowing me, I instantly don't like you. We bonded over that, and we didn't like talk heavy. We weren't like being very flirtatious. We were just friends bonding, trying to understand what can we do to make our relationship better, because we are going through this and we love these people. We don't want to let them go. It came to a certain point where I noticed that he did start to like me, and I felt like if you have a girlfriend, you should give your attention to her and not to me, because even though we're bonding over the same thing, that doesn't give you the right to start to like me, okay? Or start to find me attractive, which is fine, but you don't do that. So I instantly kind of like stopped talking to him, because I'm like, okay, this guy is a player. Like, he clearly is a player, because like, why would you like go from bonding with me to automatically trying to flirt? After this, I guess he got the memo or the hint that I really didn't want to talk to him like that anymore. And even though he was a cool guy and I didn't want to stop talking to him as a friend, I did it anyways because I was so in love with the person I was with. I didn't want anything to ruin that. Not too long ago, me and my boyfriend at the time broke up in like December or January of 2016, 2017. It didn't really impact me like in a strong way, because I've been through things like that with him before. Like, I've been through so many breakups with this guy numerous times. So for us to break up, I didn't really feel a huge big difference. I just felt like, okay, it's whatever, it's over, it's done. But I still carried that weight with me of the fact that in my mind, I knew I loved this person and it's all over. So I carried that on and I let it go till the summertime. So in the summertime, I'm like, okay, I'm bored. I don't got nothing to do. I want to start talking to somebody. Like, I want to start dating, because I need to learn how to date correctly. I need to know what to do. I need to know what not to do. I need to understand the whole dating thing, since I'm 21 and I'm a freaking girl, freaking woman, and I'm trying to find Mr. Right, okay? I'm trying to find y'all. I'm like, you know what? I'm single, and it hit me like, I'm single. I can do what I want. I can talk to whoever I want. So whatever happened to the guy that I was talking to, that we bonded over, we bonded. So come to find out, the guy that I told you guys about recently in this video, he and his girlfriend, they broke up. Like, they were over. I'm like, okay, I'm finna just slide my way in to the DMs, because I mean, they over. We went through some traumatic relationship experiences, and we understand each other. Like, we really truly understood each other. But you know, because we were in a relationship, we just didn't want to do that. Like, I didn't want to do that. So now that we were both single, this was like the opportunity for me to say something. And I normally don't say anything to a guy at all. Like, I just let people come to me, because that's just how I am. Like, I don't chase guys. I don't be under their pictures. I don't be in their DMs. Like, I don't do that. That's not me. That's not the type of girl I am. I'm not thirsty, period, point blank, simple. So this was the first for me, but I felt like it was worth it, because we understood each other mentally and emotionally, and that's all that mattered to me, that we understood each other and our personalities clicked. I kind of like talked to him. I asked him what was going on, how he was feeling, because he did hit me up like a few times about what he should do with his relationship, because he was still with his girlfriend before they broke up, and they were going through a lot, and he was very frustrated, angry, and sad, and upset, and depressed. And I gave him some tips, and I let them be. It was time between that it was a lot of time between that he was able to breathe and get himself together and understand things and all of that. So I let it be, you know. So I talked to him about what was going on, this and that. He was like, everything was good. And I said, okay, well, you wouldn't mind if I start talking to you or whatever. And he was like, no. And we basically started to talk to each other. This summer, this is when we started to talk to each other, of 2017. It was around July. I think around July, or it was around July we started to talk to each other. And throughout this process, I met his mom, I met his dad, his dog, his sister, his brother, his grandma, his auntie. I ate with them, I watched TV with him, I slept over his house, I went to his performances, I did everything, and we bonded, we clicked, we went to get ice cream, all that, okay? No, I met the whole family, and that means a lot to me, okay? When you meet someone's mother, that is some serious stuff. That is some serious stuff, y'all. If you sleep over their house, that is some serious stuff, and I do not play with that type of stuff. I do not play with that. Getting to know him, I really liked him. I thought he was a cool person. He wasn't a player after all, okay? So if he introduced me to his mom, that woman has to mean a lot to him, because she promotes him, supports him, and everything, even his dad. So that meant a lot to me, that he wanted me to meet his family. And in my mind, I'm like, okay, he let me meet his family. That means he's serious about talking to me. And he even told me to my face that he was serious about talking to me. So knowing what we both went through, we went through some traumatic things in our relationships in the past. And for him to come in my life and try to make a difference, I respected him, and I opened up to him when I really didn't want to, but I did it anyways because I trusted him. So that being said, I established this bond with him, and as a friend. This bond was just as a friend first. We were just friends, talking, getting to know each other. We were talking heavy, but we were also like best friends. So I want y'all to let this sink in. We were just friends, but we were talking. But I just want to let y'all know that if I'm talking to somebody heavy, I still have the right to say what I don't like, what I don't respect, and what's gonna happen in the future. Because if you're talking to me heavy and we're talking like we're girlfriend and boyfriend, and you want to claim that we're just friends, no, we're talking heavy. I don't care what you say. We could be friends and we're talking heavy. You have to respect me. You cannot disrespect me. You cannot go against what I say. You have to listen to me, because what you're doing is, when you talk to me heavy, you're potentially creating something. You're creating something for the future. So what I would not stand by and do is act like we are just talking just to talk when we're not. And he said that too, okay? I asked numerous times, like, we're talking heavy. Yes, we're talking heavy, but we're also cool too. We're just getting to know each other, but we're also talking heavy, okay? I gotta keep repeating that, because some girls be having it messed up in the head. Y'all be having it twisted and backwards, and y'all don't know how self-respect and morals work and standards work, okay? So I just had to say that. So basically, after getting to know him and his family and all of that, he started to tell me that he had like heart pains and pains in his heart and his chest. Now this sounds familiar to me, because I went through it before, and I know how it feels to get over a breakup and still think about that person when you wake up. So I feel like that was what he was doing and didn't want to admit it. So I asked him to his face, over the phone, through text, are you still thinking about your ex? Are you still unsure? Do you, like, what is it? No, it's just heart pains. I don't know, I don't know what it is. I just know it hurts really bad when I wake up and when I go to sleep, and sometimes it's just random. I'm like, boy, you are telling me that you just having heart pains out of nowhere. I know what you're going through. I know how you feel. So I wasn't gonna rush into anything with this guy. I wasn't gonna rush into a relationship because I know he just got out of one, and I understand how that feels. So that is why I never rushed. I never made him do anything he didn't want to do. I never got him into a situation he didn't want to be in. I never rushed anything because I understood. I know how it feels to get out of a breakup, and it hurts and it's hard. So I never did anything, and I wasn't gonna try to change that or come between that, because that is something that he has to deal with on his own. I can just be there for him and push him and motivate him so that one day, hopefully, he'll be like, okay, she's been rocking with me for a long time, so that means that we can finally start, being girlfriend and boyfriend. After that whole situation with the heart pains and stuff, we were still getting to know each other, and now this came down to like the last few weeks of us being together. It was probably like a week before he had to leave, and I was sad because he was going back to school, to university, but I was gonna visit him all the time. I was gonna put in effort to visit him and to see him and just check up on him and make sure he's good. A few days in advance before he has to leave, I come over, like, I think one last time. I come over and we basically watch a movie, and he starts to talk. So he sits me down. No, we've had many of these talks where we're face to face, eye to eye. We've had many emotional conversations, and we connected off of that. So he sat me down and we talked. And what he mainly said was that he wanted to go back to school, but he really wanted to focus on school because he had to get all A's and B's or he wouldn't graduate, and it was going to be stressful and hard, and he's worried about his music, and he wants to focus mainly on that. And I'm like, okay, I understand. Like, I'll still be here as like to support you and all of that. And he even said, like, yeah, he want that. He want me to keep talking to him. He want me to stay in his life. So I'm like, okay. But then it gets to the part where he's like starting to feel, I guess, nervous to tell me this. And what he says is he basically wants to stop talking to me heavy until next year, next spring. I'm like, okay, what's the difference from this fall to next spring? You're still going to be at a university. I'm going to go to a university, but that still leaves a gap. Like, what is so special about this semester? I'm like, okay, it has to be about the ex that you were talking to, or it has to be a girl or females that you got down there, because there's no way you're gonna stop talking to me, and I've been rocking with you for this whole summertime, showing you and opening up to you, and you letting me meet your family and all of that, and your friends. Like, there's no way like he's gonna stop talking to me and then go back to school and just act like none of this really happened. So he's like, no, that's not what I'm saying. You're just gonna, we're just gonna stop talking heavy until I get myself together. I'm like, okay, I understand that. Like, we don't have to talk heavy, and all of that. So I'm like, okay. Like, in my mind, I'm not connecting it. Like, I'm thinking he's still like a really good guy, and that I can just trust him. I'm actually upset. Like, I'm upset, and he knows I'm upset, and he knows that I don't want to stop talking to him heavy, and he knows that I'm upset about the fact that he wants to stop talking to me for one semester. So I'm mad, I'm irritated. I'm like, I already heard this before with my past relationship. I'm not gonna go through it again. I really don't even want to talk to you no more. So when I said this, he literally sat down in front of my face, held my hand, G. I said G. Held my hand, sis. He held my hand, sis, looked me straight in my eyes, sis, and told me he loved me. And let me just say, this was the summertime. We connected before that, but we didn't really, say anything. And this summer, it's just a matter of the fact that we only knew each other for a few months, and you telling me you love me. And I'm like, okay, I know that he loved fast, but it's not adding up. So I'm like, you for real? He's like, yeah. No, I don't play about meeting family. I don't play about meeting your friends. I don't play about those words. I love you. I do not play about those fucking words. So when he told me that, I was just like, wow, he really loves me. He loves me, y'all. Like, that's crazy. But I'm like, you know what? These niggas will just tell you anything, okay? They'll just tell you anything. So in my mind, I'm like, he probably does or he probably doesn't. And I'm like, okay, I let it be. And at the time, I'm like, yeah, he probably loves me. We've been talking for a minute. He probably cares, you know, he probably cares, but I'm not gonna be dumb and think that he doesn't have in his mind that he doesn't love me. Like, I'm not gonna ignore that. I'm not gonna ignore the angel and the devil on my shoulders telling me that he probably doesn't, he probably does. Like, I'm not gonna ignore that. Like, I'm not delusional. I'm not the type of female to be so delusional and caught up in a story. Like, I'm not gonna be that girl. So I'm like, okay, he probably do, he probably don't, I don't know. So basically all I could do was just put my trust in him and just hope and pray that he's not an asshole. That's all I was thinking the whole entire time. So it got to the point where he went back to school and communication was limited. He promised that he would communicate with me, and he really failed on that. He didn't. So knowing that he had to work and do 5 classes and all of that, I took in consideration that he's just busy. So time went on and communication definitely decreased. We didn't talk, we didn't text, we didn't FaceTime, we did nothing. It wasn't until recently that I found out that he was kind of like talking to his ex again. And I peeped it, like I was looking, like I was peeping, like I don't care. I don't care what y'all say. I was on my CIA stuff. I don't care what y'all say. So I peeped it, I knew it, and I confronted him. And I asked him, he said, we're just cool. And I'm like, okay, how are you cool with an ex you said put you through a traumatic experience? You told me a lot of stuff about her, and you said a lot of things that were negative about this girl, and yet you're still cool with her. That being said, I was already mad about it, and I was confused about it, and communication decreased even more after I asked that question. And I'm like, okay, that's when I started to be on my CIA stuff, because there's no way you're gonna stop talking to me out of nowhere and you're cool with your ex, but you want to stop talking to me. You want to be cool with your ex, but you want to stop talking to me. Now, I have been through a lot in the past, and for you to come in my life and waste my time really did make me upset. It made me really mad, but I let it go, because what I'm not going to do is stress about it, be mad about it, and go crazy about it, and explain myself to you, because you just showed me your actions. I have nothing left to say. I just want this story time video to be a lesson to all my females out here now in this decade, this generation. I'm gonna just let y'all know how I feel. Where I'm at in my life, I don't want any type of distractions. And if I feel like someone's gonna be a distraction for me, it's time to let them go, sis. It's time to let them go. This just shows and proves that you could be talking to somebody who is really positive and really respectful and really understanding. You get each other, and they show you a side of them that they're supposed to show, but they can still be someone totally different at the end of the day. Do not be fooled. Do not be do not dismiss anything. Do not be so oblivious. Do not be that girl, okay? Do not be that person, because you will keep getting hurt. You will be hurt if you do not think for yourself and think with your right mind, because these niggas on the thing. Y'all, I forgot what it's called, but isn't it called like shape shifting? Yeah, these niggas are some shape shifters. They know how to come in your life as something, and then change it to another thing, and then change it to another thing, and then change it to another thing. This is just a story time video so that all my girls, all my ladies, all my women out there will understand where I'm coming from, will know what to do and what not to do, and will not put anything past anybody. So I hope you guys like this video. If you want more story time videos like this, please do not hesitate to comment down below. If you're a new subscriber, thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I appreciate it, and I love you guys so much. So have a great and blessed day.
That's a vibe. That's a vibe. Oh, that's a vibe. Yeah, that's a vibe. It's a vibe. It's a vibe. like it.